All right, today's karate class, we're going to start by warming you up. We're going to work on our horse stance, punching skills. We're going to work on a couple of blocks there, low block, high block, your front stances. After that, we're going to work on your one-step feet techniques, 6 and 7, 16, 17, so on and so forth. Working on jumping, roundhouse kicks. We're going to teach you the new part of your form that I want you to start working on this week. All right, and last, we're going to do a challenge called Whomping push-ups, and I'll explain what that is later. All right, as usual, we're going to start off with 25 jumping jacks. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Good. Now lay down your stomachs. Now we're going to do 10 push-ups. Put your hands right by your side. Put your feet down. Pull your toes back. Get ready. Push up. Say 1, back down. 2, and down. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, down. 9, down. Last one, 10. Hold it there and down. Great. Now stand up. Now we're going to work on punching from our horse stance. So step out into a ready position. Chumbi, good. Put your feet double shoulder width apart. Pull your hands back, double chamber. Bend both your knees. Remember, both hands have to be ready to be used. Start with your left hand out. Good. Now I'm going to say go, and I want you to punch. Ready? 1, Tia. 2, Tia. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait for me. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now keep it there. Bend your knees. Now we're going to do 2 punches. I'm going to say go. You're going to say Tia, Tua. Go. Tia, Tua. Go. 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 Tia, Tua. Go. 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 Last one, bend your knees. Go. Tia, Tua. Now we're going to do 3 punches. You're going to say Tia, Tua, Asa. Just like that. Does this hand should be out? Bend your knees. Ready? Go. Tia, Tua, Asa. Make sure your hand's chambered. Go. Tia, Tua, Asa. Go. Bend your knees. Last one. Go. Nice job. Come back to attention. All right, we're going to work on the low block. The low block is called hadamaki. Can you repeat hadamaki? Hadanmaki. So one more time, hadamaki. Good. So hadamaki is a low block. A low block protects lower than most of the other blocks. The other 3 basic blocks that we do, the high block, inside outside, and outside inside block, the other 3 basic ones, protect more of our shoulders up to our head. We block up high. The low block is supposed to protect everything that's coming lower than your shoulders, all right, or really lower than your chest. Too low, and it doesn't count either. So some people say it's about blocking your knee, and we can protect our knee if we step forward and make a good stance with it, and we bend down, but the low block may not be the best block for everything super low. So we're going to say that the low block, more than anything, protects your chest and your belly and your sides if possible. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how that works. Let's step out, we do a ready position. All right, let's start with a horse stance. Bend both of your knees and chamber both of your hands. So you're in a horse stance, your knees are bent, your hands are chambered. Let's start off with your left side. All right, so this hand up, make a fist, touch your shoulder. And all I want you to do is keep your hand relaxed, but not limp. Squeeze tight, relax. Put your hand down quick. At the very end, when it snaps, squeeze your hand tight at the end. So relax and Tia. Go one more time, relax and Tia. So if something is coming at my belly or my chest, I can touch my shoulder. I can move my arm out of in the way, push it out of the way, and block low. If you notice, I don't bring my hand out to the side, right? A lot of people will wind up bringing it too high, all right? So what I want you to do is I want you to bend your knees, stop right in front of you, look right at me. Ready? Tia. Good. Touch your shoulder, say Tua. One more time, say Asa. Good. Now let's just switch sides. Put your hand back here. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Take your right hand, touch your shoulder, bend your knees. Now, snap down right in front of you. Squeeze it tight, pull it back up, snap down, Tia. Good. Now let's do 3 more. Bend your knees, put your hand up, ready, Tia. Touch your shoulder, Tua. One more time, Asa. Good. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take this hand. We're going to alternate. We're going to go back and forth. So touch your shoulder. You're going to bring that hand down. This hand chambers back. Ready? Tia. Good. Touch your shoulder. Tua. Stay with me. Touch your shoulder. This one. Tia. Make sure it's this one here. Don't let it flip like this. Keep it here. Touch your shoulder. Tua. Good. Touch your shoulder. Tia. Two more. Touch your shoulder. Tua. Good. Bend your knees. Last one. Touch your shoulder and asa. Good. Now take your left hand, the hand that's out right now. Tap your leg. Let's put your feet closer. Tap your left leg twice. Step forward. Make a front stance. Use your left hand, this hand over here on this side. Touch your shoulder. Tia. Make sure it doesn't go too far. Make sure you're not turned one way or the other. Stay straight. Chamber. Touch your shoulder. Step towards me. Use this foot, this hand. Tia. Step forward. Tia. Good. Last one. Touch your shoulder and tia. Looking good. All right, we're going to do 4 more. Staying with me. Try to be as strong as you can. Left side. Step forward. Say tia. Touch your shoulder. Say tua. Now say tia. And last one, tua. And that's good. And same thing with most of the other blocks is when we block, making sure that you block with the right part of your arm, the right bone. It's this bone right here. All right, the ulna bone or the ulnar, and you're going to bring your hand straight across, and you're going to hit with your bone. Try not to hit with your hand. Now we're going to work on the high block. High block is called sandamaki. Can you repeat sandamaki? Good. One more time. Sandamaki. Sandamaki. Perfect. All right, so a high block works against something that's trying to hit you in the head, or basically protects the top of your head. If your top of your head is being hit by anything, we can use the high block to protect. So let me show you how that works. Let's step out, do a ready position. Good. All right, so let's just start off on the horse stance. We'll do a couple blocks from the horse stance, and then I'll have you march forward. All right, so everybody put your feet apart, bend both your knees, make a horse stance. You're going to start with your left hand. Put your left hand on your stomach. This hand should be chambered. Don't move it. Don't use it for anything yet. All right, so your left hand is on your stomach. I want your arm to go straight over top of your head. Good, so pull it straight down. Imagine somebody's trying to hit you on top of your head. Move fast. Make sure your hand is squeezed tight. All right, put your hand back down. Now, one quick trick that may help is that if you squeeze your hand tight first before you ever block, you won't be able to block as fast. You have to relax your arm, not limp and loose, but you want to relax your arm so your hand can move quick. Then once it gets to the top, then squeeze your hand as tight as you can to protect, right? As most of you know, the fastest, most efficient way of making your whole entire arm as strong as you can is to squeeze your hand, right? I've taught that a lot, is to squeeze your hand. So your hand is relaxed, not limp, but it's relaxed. Bend your knees, block them high, ready, tia. Now let's switch to the other side. Chamber this hand, put this hand in your stomach, say, tua. Bend your knees, good. Put the same hand down, tua. Good. Put the same hand down. Remember, stay relaxed, move fast, squeeze, ready, tia. Good. One last one, tia. Now let's switch sides. Keep your hand there. Squeeze, bend your knees. Now block tia. Other side, tua. Other side, tia. Squeeze tight, tua. Keep your hand strong. Asa. Good. Now take your left hand. Tap your left leg twice. Put your feet a little closer. Tap your left leg twice. One more time. Good. Take that foot step forward. Put that hand, your left hand, up high. Say tia. Now bend your knee. We're in a front stance, so make sure all your power, all your pressure is pushed forward. Say tua. Tia. Small steps, but keep your knee bent. Ready? Tua. Good. And that's called marching drills. We do some of those in class where we walk forward and practice our blocks. And each one should be strong. Your legs should be strong and everything like that. So we're going to do 4 more. Do ready position. Left side. Step forward. Say tia. Squeeze tight. Tua. Tia. Bend your knee. Squeeze your hand. Tua. All right, it's looking good. And the last part to remember is that when you do the high block, you're actually protecting with your bone of your arm more than your hand. So that bone of your arm needs to go straight over top of your head. Just make sure it's not your hand. Your hand could be moved out of the way, but your arm shouldn't be able to be bent or moved out of the way. Now we're going to work on front stances, making sure that your front stance works the way it's supposed to. The main thing we need to do when we work on a front stance is to make sure that our feet are facing the same way. For most normal positions that most people would stand in, your feet would be facing the same direction, all right? Our tension position, step out into a ready position, right? Same thing, your feet should be forward. If they've tilted out to the side, this isn't the best place to stand. This actually isn't the most stable way to stand. If you want to be more stable, right, you would turn your feet and make sure they face the same way. This is the way our body is built. And so what I want you to do is when we work with the front stances, actually, let's say it in Korean first. The front stance is called Chungkul Jase, right? Jase means stance. And Chunkul, I guess, means front. So say Chunkul Jase. Chunkle Jase. Good. So Chunkle Jase is a front stance. So obviously we want all of our strength, all of our power to be going toward the front. So to do that, we have to face all of our body parts toward the front. We want our head, our shoulders, our knees, and toes to all face the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step forward and bend my knee. All right. We're only going to do probably one each side for right now. But what you're going to do is you're going to bend your knee just like this. You're going to chamber your hands so they're not in your way. All right. So if you look, the back leg is going to be straight, completely straight. I'm going to squeeze it and push, and the front knee is bent. Now, a lot of times I tell people, bend your knee farther, and people will try to bend and they'll come right back up. And I'll say, go bend your knee farther. They bend and they come right back up. If you're coming right back to the same spot, there's something that you need to fix. Typically, it's because you didn't step far enough. So making sure that your feet don't turn, see if you can move your front foot just another inch or two, just a little tiny bit more. You should now be able to bend your knee a little bit farther. That may put more pressure on your ankle or your foot and be more uncomfortable in the back. But what you want to make sure you do is when you lean forward, you leave your heels on the ground and you don't let your heel come up off the ground. A good front stance has its heel on the ground, feet straight, bend your knee just like this. All right, so now come back to a ready position. One thing I want you to note is when I do my front stances, my feet are kind of wide. They're about a shoulder width apart. When I step forward in my front stance, I don't step in front of the other foot. I don't step over at the side. I step forward directly from where I was so that my feet are still kind of wide. I still have a space down in between the two of them. Some people do thinner stances, right? They will step over to the side. They'll have their foot. They might even turn their foot to accommodate that. That's not the way I want you to start learning it right now. So what I want you to do is your feet apart. You're going to step forward, bend your knee. If you feel like you can, move your foot up just a little bit farther. Bend your knee fully. Your hands should be chambered. You should be going straight forward. Now you could really easily do any punches or techniques to the front. So make sure your knees bent, hands back. Now step back. So now take the other foot, step forward, and bend your knee. All right. So what I want you to do is check your back foot. Make sure it's not turned. If it turns at all, this is no good. So you want to make sure it's turned all the way forward. Bend your knee. Put your hands like this. If you need to go a little farther, right, you can do that. If it's too far and you want to bend your knee this way, that's good. You just don't want your feet too close together where you feel like you're bending and you're leaning over and it's throwing you off balance. If you feel like you're losing your balance, move your foot a little farther, right? We want to be stable. We want to be supported. This is supposed to be able to let us be as strong as possible front. So do a punch really hard. Punch. Tia. Good. If you feel like any of your weight was like kind of dragging you against it or stopping you from pushing, you don't have balance, right? You don't have enough support. And if this is meant to make you as strong as possible, if you don't feel as strong as you could be, change something different. Maybe move your shoulders forward at the same time as you punch. So pull your hands back. Now just bend your knee more and push with your back leg forward and punch hard. Ready? Tia. Good. Looking good. So now step back. So all we're going to do is just go back and forth for like a couple seconds at a time. All right. Take your left leg, step forward, bend your knee. Make sure your hands are chambered. Now punch, say Tia. Good. Come back. Now step forward the other side. Bend your knee. Punch. Tua. And now step back. Pull your hands back. Step forward. Say Tia. Bend your knee. Come back. Make sure you're taking a big enough step. One thing about taking a big step, don't take a big step and move your other foot with it. All right. Or let it turn. You should do one step. Nothing else turns. Ready? Tua. Looking good. All right. So remember, the front stance is called Chunkul Jase, and it's meant to push all your power and energy and strength to the front. Now for number 16, one-step sparring feet techniques. All right, starting from 16 all the way up to 30 with our one-step feet, the attacker starts kicking at the defender, right? At you, the person doing the technique. But at the same time, 16 to 20, the defender, you doing the technique, actually starts stepping forward with your right foot as opposed to stepping forward with your left, which will put your right leg back fighting stance, like most of the other one-step sparring techniques. So let's start from a ready position. I want your right leg to step forward into a fighting stance. Now we're closer to the person. This is closer distance defense. The person's going to kick at you. So they're doing a low kick towards your stomach. A typical untrained person who tries to kick you is probably going to aim for your chest or your belly, might not have the flexibility to kick too high. So we're going to assume that for these first couple ones, that the person attacks you lower towards your belly. So what we're going to do is we're going to step back away from it. That's the first step. So your right leg is forward, step back and get away from it. Now, in case you don't move back far enough or fast enough, all right, you're going to do a low X block. All right, we practiced a low X block before. Remember, your back arm is the one that's on top. Once we block with it, immediately I'm going to open up my hands, start to wrap around their leg, but then I'm going to turn my palms over so I can actually grab. All right, so we block, then we open, turn, fold, and grab. One more time, block, turn, fold, and grab. Once I do that, I'm actually going to pull the person off balance to my side back here, using the back arm to pull harder. This arm is just for support, and we pull. Now, when we pull, don't hold on expecting to move the whole person. All you want to do is pull them off balance. So immediately, once you've started to yank them off balance, let go of them. All right, that let go is actually going to make them continue to lose their balance. If you hold on to them, all right, the whole time, if you hold them and yank their leg up, A, you won't have the strength to do that, and B, it's going to make them have something to fight against, and they'll just pull their foot out of your hands and pull you off balance. So let go of that strength, right? Just pull them off balance. As soon as they lose their balance, they're going to move forward. Their body will move towards you, all right? And here, you're going to punch right towards their face. In case that works or not, it doesn't matter. Grab onto their shoulder and then do a knee strike. All right, so the whole technique, it seems kind of long, but it's actually a relatively quick and easy technique. Take your right leg, step forward. All right, we're going to start over. Step back, backhand, low X, fold your hands, grab. Throw them off balance, immediately punch them, and then knee strike them. Exactly how the technique works. One more time. Right leg forward, step back, low X, grab, pull them off balance, punch them, and then knee strike. Good. We're going to do about 2 more times, each time getting a little faster. Right leg forward, X, pull, punch, knee. Good. And the last time, let's see if you can keep up. Right leg forward, wait for it, go. And that's number 16, one-step sparring feet techniques. Now we're working on number 17, one-step sparring feet techniques. As with all the one steps after 15, remember the attacker is kicking at you, and as a defender, 16 to 20, we're going to make sure that our right leg steps forward towards the attacker. All right, so start from Chubi. Take your right leg step forward. All right, number 17, all you're going to do is you're going to step away. The first move is you step away from the attacker and put your hand down. This is a press. If you remember any of our basic blocking skills, basic block set, we do a palm strike downward called a press. All right, the press is not meant to be strong. All right, remember that you're actually getting away from the person kicking at you, and just in case you don't move far enough or fast enough, you put your hand down and try to use your palm to push their foot down to the ground. If you push somebody's foot down as they kick at you, their weight is going to fall towards you, which could help you do techniques to defend yourself. But that press is to push down. As soon as that happens, all right, I want you to pivot your foot that's closer to me, and then your back leg, which should be your right leg, is going to spin and wheel kick, landing all the way behind. Right? You have to make sure that you land behind. If you land forward or even over to the side, make sure that you finish it off for now until you get really good at spinning all the way around. All right, so let's start from ready position. Right leg steps forward, so that's the right leg. So when the person kicks, all right, you step back, protect, turn, kick, and all the way behind. If you don't make it, finish it up just to practice getting all the way around, because that's what I'm looking for, is to make sure that you land behind. All right, so one more time. Right leg forward. All right, one step at a time. Step back, press, spin back, kick. Good. Go back to ready position. Right leg forward. A little faster. I'm going to say go. You're going to step back, press, then kick. Go. Good. And we have one more. Right leg forward. I'm going to say go on the whole thing. Number 17. Go. And that's number 17, one-step sparring feet techniques. Now we're going to do a jumping roundhouse kick called Idan Toliocheki. All right, Toliocheki is roundhouse kick, and the Idan means jumping or two-part jumping kick. All right, so we're going to do a jumping roundhouse kick called Idan Toliocheki. All right, so to do an Idan Toliocheki, what you're going to do is you're going to pick one leg up, just like we did for a jumping front kick. One leg comes up. You're going to, while you're jumping and lift it in the air, the other leg's going to come up and do a roundhouse kick. So let's start from ready position. Put one of your legs behind you, whichever one you're more comfortable with. And what I want you to do is I want you to lift your leg up in the air and balance for just a second. All right. So I'm actually going to lift this leg up for right now. All right. So watch. I'm on one leg. All right. We did this with the jumping front kick, but I want you to kind of hop up in the air. Good. One more time. Hop up. Good. Keep this leg up the whole time. Ready? Hop. Good. And this time, while you're in the air, you actually want to turn your leg over and try to do a roundhouse kick before you hit the ground. Now, the leg you have in the air is actually going to land, right? You're allowed to land on that foot. So lift up in the air. When you jump, land on it, but make sure you've already started your kick before this foot ever touches the ground. So ready, remember to jump in the air, jump again, throw the kick, say tia. Good. Pick your foot up, jump up in the air, kick, say tia. Good. Put your hands up. One more time, pick your foot up, jump and say tia. Looking good. All right, now let's pick up the other foot. From here, you're going to jump in the air. Ready? And while you're up in the air, ready, jump, kick. Tia. Good. Pick your foot up. Go. Tia. One more. Go. Tia, just like that. And that's the jumping roundhouse kick. All right, today we're going to work on Pyongan Sadan. We've already gone through 2 parts of the form. Now we're going to be working on part number 3. All right, to get to part number 3, let's finish what we already know. So do what you be. You're going to turn to the left, put both hands up. Turn the other way, fighting stance, both hands up. Step forward with the left, put your right hand on top, low X block. Step into a fighting stance and 2-hand block. Your feet go together as your left or right hand chambers across. Then switch, pick your foot up, side kick, back fist. Open up your left hand, elbow strike, make sure you're in a front stance. Turn into a fighting stance, chamber both hands, look. Feet together, chamber 1. Switch to the other side 2. Side kick, back fist. Open up your right hand, make a front stance, elbow. Shift into a front stance as your left hand comes up, right hand here. Front kick, jump, and back fist. And that was part number 2. All right, now we're going to work on part number 3. Part number 3 is I'm just going to, where I am right now, I'm going to turn and look over my left shoulder, and I'm going to step at a 45-degree angle. If you don't know what a 45-degree angle is, when I turn around the way that I came, a straight line would be that way. Most of the other forms, we turn a straight line that way. And we want to go to the angle that's directly in the middle of it, diagonal. So now we're going to step diagonal. From here, we step with the left foot. So one more time, take your left foot, put your foot behind. So now your left foot steps backward and to the left at a perfectly diagonal step. Now, I'm going to put my hands up as if I'm grabbing somebody by their shirt. I'm going to close both hands, and I'm going to pull both hands this way. So my right hand goes on top, grab, pull. Now my right hand is going to twist as I front kick the person. I land in front, punch him with the front hand, which is the left, or the right hand, then the left. Now I bring my right foot in, and I step diagonally the other way. So again, I don't want to go straight to where we started. We don't want to go straight that way. We want to go perfectly diagonal in between. This time my left hand is on top, grab, pull, twist my left hand, front kick with my left foot, punch with my left hand, then the right. And that's where we're going to stop for part number 3. I have one more part that we're going to teach later in the week. But right now, let's go for the right leg kick, land, left foot behind, back fist. From here, I look over my shoulder. I'm going to step to the left diagonal, up, pull, twist, kick, punch with the front hand, right, left. Right foot in, right foot out, grab, pull, twist with your left hand, kick with the left foot, then left, right. So we're going to go back and start one more time for the front kick. All right, so we just did the kick, jump, right leg down, left foot behind, right hand back fist, make sure we're all the way, look over your shoulder, step, diagonal, 1, 2, twist, kick, punch, punch, foot in, foot out, up, left hand on top, pull, left, kick, left, punch, punch. All right, and that's where we're going to stop for part number 3. I want you to practice that. Go back, rewind this video, do it as many times. Hopefully you'll be able to go through at the same speed as we did last. But that's Pyongan Sadan. That was part numbers 1 and 2, review of 1 and 2. And I taught you part number 3. You are almost done with the form. Good luck. All right, today's challenge is called Whomping push-up. So I made up that name myself. So it's like a regular push-up, but you have to pick your hand up in the air, almost balance yourself on one arm for just a second before you put it back down. It's not a hard skill to do, but you have to be careful with it. So basically, you start from a push-up position. You're going to push up in the air. As soon as you're all the way up in the air, you're going to lift one hand up to your shoulder and put right back down. Then you do another push-up, lift your hand up, and put it back down. So you don't go above your shoulder. You don't have to turn or twist or anything. You just pick it right up to your shoulder. So you're going to push up, shoulder, push up, shoulder. I want to see how many of those you can do in 1 minute.